media sites. In fact, follow me. We're going to be talking about this with Carrie Miletto. Both of us are like chomping at the bit right now.
It is
it's
exciting.
called AeroPress. You've probably seen this, and I'm telling you, this is the only place anywhere in the world you're going to get any of the tinted colors. And I know, speaking of the world, this is available in 60 countries worldwide, and there's over 55,000 five-star reviews, which is a perfectly rated product here and there. So this is like any kind of coffee that you love.
Yes.
Guess what? You can have it on the go.
Yes.
On the go. If you're a French press lover, if you're an espresso lover, if you love your lattes, if you love your pour-overs or your Americanos, you can do it all. And it's quite amazing how quickly and easily you can do this anywhere.
What I love about AeroPress is that we're not just a brand, this is a brewing method. So if you have not been introduced to AeroPress yet, I'm gonna tell you that your favorite coffee house knows about it because they're grinding beans for it. So let's talk about what we've done before very quickly. We know about drip coffees, French presses, pour overs, even these pots here. But here's what happens when we brew with these methods. We have things we love about them. Like maybe we say, oh, I don't have to do any work, I just put it in there. But maybe the coffee doesn't taste fantastic, but you know, I don't have to do anything. French press, coffee tastes really rich, right? But you got that grit, right?
Yeah,
it's always
there's
in
always
there.
some left behind, and I do love French press.
Pour overs were really popular, but the thing is they weren't rich. They didn't have a lot of body. They were kind of weak, you know, but people thought, oh, you know.
Agree.
So anyways, you have all these different ways of brewing. They have their cons. Take all of the cons, get rid of them, pull out all the best things like richness, smoothness, full body, no grit, and giving you an exceptional flavor, and you now have an AeroPress. So whether you want to make iced coffee, your regular coffees, your lattes, espresso style coffees, you can do that. Let me jump right in.
And so you don't need electricity, right?
You do not.
You just need hot water.
Anywhere. So, and that's kind of what started this whole thing, right? Was travel and people who were in nature and camping. But now people are using these in these kitchens because listen, this is all I'm storing. So imagine getting rid of the huge coffee maker, espresso maker, all of that. Now you have your chamber, you have your plunger. We're gonna take the chamber, and I'm gonna set it down for a second, and go to the cap. The cap is where you put your filter. These filters will come with, you're gonna get 50 filters. And then you're just gonna go to AeroPress and they'll tell you how easy it is for you to find filters. There's many places to get
I'm sure have them in our inventory down the road. But this is the launch, first time ever, and by the way, the only place you're gonna get colors, we have the black, clear, blue, purple, or red.
That's a really big deal, by the way. Okay, so then I'm gonna take my cap, I'm gonna put it on nice and tight and just set it on top of my cup. This fits a multitude of cups. So I'm using a clear cup tonight because I want you to see the whole process happening, but you can use any cup. It really, really does fit. So I'm gonna take a heaping teaspoon of coffee. The scooper comes with, so that'll help you so you don't have to like have anything else separate to measure. You're getting your scooper. I'm gonna take those grinds and just kind of shake them side to side to level them out. And then if you grab me that hot water down there, Callie.
You got it.
Fantastic.
Oh, my Laura Ashley tea kettle.
Yes, it's coming. Okay, here, pop it right there and then I'll grab it.
Okay.
Yep, thank you, ma'am.
And I was just thinking you could put the drippings right into your corksicle if you wanted to bring a hot cup of coffee with you to work.
Okay, so I'm gonna fill this up all the way to the fork because I wanna do a full cup of coffee. I'm gonna set this down. You have your stir stick. I'm gonna go just a couple times. That's depending upon how many times you wanna do it. But I'm gonna plunger it just like this, and that's gonna stop that coffee right there. And now it is at the second part of the brewing process. The first was agitation when I was stirring it. Now it's in immersion. This is the part, this is one of the parts, where we can lose a lot of flavor in other methods.
I see.
There is not enough time for immersion. So these beans you're paying money for, these pods, these capsules, these things, if there's not enough immersion time, the flavor's not there. So with this, you can now let it immerse as long as you would like. Now, typically we say about 30 seconds, and then we're going to go to the next step of the process, which is the pressure part, and that is where it's going to give air pressure. That's what sets us apart completely from anything else out on the market.
Look at it go.
Do you see what's happening?
Yep.
So the filter inside is creating a back pressure, which is actually meaning this entire area here is full of pressure. Now, it's not hard to push, I want to make that clear, but what you're seeing happen is that these beans are in everything. It's now moving through that filter and moving through that cap area.
Look at how rich that looks.
Look at this coffee. Are you serious? We just did this in 1 to 2 minutes. That is now your morning. You do not have to wait for 5 to 10 minutes to brew your coffee. Now, I'm gonna take this over here because I wanna show you how easy it is to clean. I'm gonna take the filter cap off and watch what happens. You're gonna go to your trash can.
Oh.
And you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna rinse this off.
So there's not even a filter to have to deal with other than the
Done.
one that's, you know, the little baby discs.
This can go into your dishwasher. I think it's easier just to rinse it off personally, but that's it. You are done.
How fun and fabulous is this? By the way, also, lowest price anywhere, ever. Lowest price ever. And it is the latest and the greatest. In fact, I think it's now even being called the next brewing method.
It is.
It's caught on like wildfire all over the world, and this is so delicious.
So like if you are working in office, if you just want to get the clunky things off your counter, if you don't want to have this big machine and this big cleaning process, if you want to have cold brew, so maybe you're heading out to camp, you're heading out to you know, use the RV, you're in your office,
you're on a boat.
any of those places,
Go
right?
on a picnic, go to the beach.
That's exactly. So I'm gonna, actually this is filling up, so I'm gonna stop right there and just pop this over here. But what I love about this is a cold brew. So cold brew we know is really great because it's lower acids. I use cool water with this. You can use room temperature or cold.
Okay,
so
cool.
if you are in a place where you don't have access to hot water, and I'm using a kettle, but you could simply use the microwave, or you can use anything you want. The thing about AeroPress is this is about full customization. So I think what's happened in the world currently is that most of the ways we make coffee have taken the power away from you. They are telling you how hot you're gonna get your coffee. They are telling you how it's going to brew. The machine's doing everything for you and you have no control. So if you are the type of person who loves to make your grinds a certain way or brew a certain way,
I was just gonna ask you that.
you can do that.
So is there a special blend? Because I know we've got coffee available on hsn.com. We've got the grounds, we've got flavors, we've got all kinds of things, and it doesn't require those pods that you have to you know, throw in the trash and then fill up all the, you know, all of it feels good. But back to the grind. Tell me what is the perfect consistency?
Okay, so the perfect consistency is going to be a medium fine grind.
Okay.
And you stay away from really coarse because then it's just too coarse and it seeps right through. So you want like a medium fine grind, or you can move towards an espresso grind, especially here I'm doing a latte. I do my macchiatos with this actually, and I've been loving it. So I just filled this to about the 2. You'll see that there's numbers on here, or kind of like markings, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Full cup of coffee, I'm going to fill it all the way up, but here I'm actually going to make a latte, so I filled it up to the 2 mark. I'm going to let the longer you let it sit, the more immersion, the more you're extracting.
Think French press, like as its overall kind of concept, because it does all the work by just sitting there.
That's 100% true. Now with this, I do not have to wait a long time. I'm gonna wait maybe about 30 seconds to a minute. So it's not like, you know, but the cold brew is the longest. You wanna wait 5 minutes on cold brew.
Okay.
But with this, here we go. So you wanna do a nice, steady push. Don't go too fast, because you want that air pocket to then produce this amazing brew. Do you see how dark it is?
Gosh,
Do you see
you
how
guys.
beautiful it is?
This is
and there's the hiss.
Brand, oh yeah. Okay.
Look what happened, do you
look
see? We
yeah.
even have a little
It almost
crema
has a
on
little
top.
bit of, yes, it does.
So now I'm gonna come over here and I'm going to froth my milk.
Whip up the froth.
I'm gonna whip that up, and then here's my lavender. Have you guys seen those lavender coffees?
Yes.
And the, let's see if that, oh, look,
My
it
son
goes
is
right
a
in.
snob because he works in a coffee shop, and he's been in coffee for many years.
Yeah.
He is all about these specialty syrups like this. That lavender
But
is
like,
delicious.
how expensive is that?
Yeah,
even,
it is.
Even if you just add the flavor, I think they
know.
add like $1 or $1.50 just for flavor.
So these are all the things you can make with this incredible, portable, easy, lightweight coffee press. By the way, the only thing you need to be aware of is that we are limited on the colors that we have. We do have red, which is not available in retail. It's only here. We have blue. We have black, and we have clear. We are so busy on this brand new brand launch, by the way. If you want the black, clear, or blue, we have less than 300 of those colors. We have, in fact, overall, I think we're looking at maybe 500 or 600 left, based on how many of you have already placed your order. So I will get out of your way.
I should have frothed that a little bit more. It is dying on me, but it's okay. If you drank this, it's still absolutely delicious. But I will say that the thing about doing lattes that makes this fantastic is lattes in general. I get cappuccinos, lattes at the coffee shop from time to time. You're talking $5, $6. $5, $6. You can make this anywhere, anytime with your AeroPress. You saw me just use a frother. Those frothers are easy to get, you know, no big deal. Stop paying all that money and not having any control over the type of coffee that you're getting. You can use any type of beans. You can be as much as you want to customize and get into this. And we have what we call our AeroPress insiders. And these are people who, yes, there are 55,000 5-star reviews for a reason. And a lot of people say we're like fanatical about it because listen, once you taste this, you will say, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever tasted coffee this flavorful.
A good cup of coffee means everything.
It really does.
It is everything. It's one of my favorite things. And I too have become a bit of a coffee snob because my son has kind of really educated me on what grounds, what it goes through to even just come up with the grounds or the beans, much less the grounds. So whether you're a snob and you've got a favorite basic brand that you buy in tin cans from the grocery store, doing it this way makes all of it just taste better. I'm all about a great cup of coffee, but taste is everything. And this is always perfect. And it's not like, oh, unless you like espressos. I mean, this is across the board. We showed you a list of all the different kinds of coffee you can make with this.
Yes.
Anywhere.
Yes, hundreds really when you think about it, because if you start adding flavors and you start doing things, it really gets impressive, the amount of things you can do. But remember, you're taking this little item that she's holding in her hand and you're replacing a drip coffee maker, a French press, a pour over, a pressure espresso. If you have a huge espresso maker, you can get rid of that. This is going to do everything for you in the palm of your hand. Take it with you to your office, your family's house, RVing, camping. Just get rid of the big items off your countertop. I want to show you how easy this is to use again. So here is your cap, and this is what's going to have the filter inside of it, right? So we take it to our chamber, we're gonna place it on there and just make it nice and tight. Now remember, it can go on any cup. No matter what cup you're using, you can use these on any cup.
You guys have to be ordering this. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We've got a minute on the clock. It could be a sellout before that minute comes to an end. We love new. This is absolutely brand new at HSN. It's not new to the globe. Everybody who's tried it loves it. So why not just try it? There is nothing to lose. If you don't love it, you can send it back. You've got a 30-day return policy always in effect for every purchase that you make. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's a gift. Maybe it's for that hard-to-buy for person. I mean, we all know how many people love their coffee, and this is going to make that cup of coffee the best coffee you can possibly get every single time.
So what I want to talk about that you're seeing here real quick, I just want to call this out. There's always a little bit of drip through. Do not let this, here, can you see this? Can we come down a little bit? There's always going to be a little bit of drip through until you get your plunger in. So you'll work your magic as you do this, but that's okay. What's left inside of here is in the immersion process. It will blend with what's down here, and it'll create that perfect brew for you. And the plunger, again, remember, it's creating that pressure now inside of here, kind of like a little vacuum that's happening, and that's allowing it to now have the immersion. So we did the agitation by turning. Now I'm just going to start pressing, and here's going to come another beautifully rich, smooth, non-gritty, absolutely flavorful cup of coffee that I made in front of you. Again, 1 to 2 minutes. Forget about waiting for all of these processes.
I know.
You can look, there's that hiss that we love at the end.
Two things I'm just thinking as I'm watching you do that. I love that this is a Triton plastic, so you don't have to ever worry about it breaking or cracking.
Virtually indestructible,
right? French press, I've had some over the years. How many of these have I broken? Those carafes, and once that's broken, you're done.
Can I tell you, a friend of mine has had his for 15 years. We just talked on the phone yesterday. He goes, oh my gosh, I saw you were doing AeroPress. I've had mine for 15 years.
Seriously?
I bring it with me everywhere. This is what will happen. You have nothing to lose by trying it out and get this for a gift.
That's
what
I'm saying.
Perfect gift.
I agree. Those are the colors, once again, really limited now in the blue, the purple, the clear, and the black. Your best bet is the red, but that's also the best seller. And at this point, we're down to, I think, maybe 400 total available. Good luck getting yours. Item for you, once again, is 868942. Thank you. That was absolutely.
Thank you.
Cheers to you, my darling.
Callie. Cheers, everybody.
Gotta love a good cup of coffee, even if it's decaf. By the way, if you wanted to put something in your coffee, like the flavor,